Hello guys, welcome back to Blueprints, episode number 24. We'll see. We might run it a bit quicker in such a way, a couple of short days, call it a day, see what we can get. We're hunting some trophies because we need 8 trophies to buy the blue tents. We're also working with the sigils, trying to get the last vault key that we need so that we can get that sanctum key. Apparently we also had a package. In other words, we have used our upgraded floor plan, the no delivery, the no contact delivery that is, so we don't have to drop the mailroom to get our package. Our package will be delivered, as you can see, on the footsteps of the entry hall. So we got the full house trophy, we got reaching room 46, we got the workshop contraptions, we did all 8 of them, and we solved the trophy 8 puzzle. So what we're looking for is trying to get the last sigil. Once we get that vault key, we should be able to solve it, but we need to open the door downstairs in the sanctuarium. We need that last key, which is in the vault. So we need to find the vault and vault key 370, which more than likely we're going to have to find in the lost and found room or in an attic or something, which more often spawns rare keys. The drafting sweepstakes, that has to do with breaking the record, and I think the record is on 19 dead ends in your house. So I think you need to do a day where you draft more than the record, which means 20 or 21 dead ends needed in your house. That's not that easy as it sounds. So our best gamble is over here, I think. Parlor games, we have 25, 26, whatever it is, out of 40, so we need about 15 more. The darts board, something similar, about 15 of each, so that's potentially 2 more. And then we have the Mount Holly directionary, where we have 109 out of 110. That's one thing we could go for. We need the drafting studio, we need to get that last floor plan. I don't necessarily need a room outside. We'll see. We'll see what we get. We also want to learn the origin, which probably will be in a classroom. We still haven't done, like, I think we picked the schoolhouse once, I think, which gave us like the classrooms, but we didn't even use them. That ended very quickly that day, I think. We only saw one grade of schools, and now of course it doesn't give us schools. So what is the backup plan? The backup plan is the shrine. And we'll give this guy 13 coins. That's good enough. Blessing of the monks for 3 days. We could have also given him 16 more. Yeah, it's 16 more for every day. So Blessing of the Monk 13, if you wanted a day extra, it's 29. Another day extra, it's 45, 61, 77. So you can also give him 77, and then you have Blessing of the Monk for a week. What the Blessing of the Monk does is you can, whatever you call it a day, that's where you will be able to draft outside. We need that for our treasure trove. Whenever we have the black key from that castle thing. So we might need it, but we still need the schoolhouse tomorrow then. We sort of know what's going on with our puzzles. That's a bit the problem at the moment. We know what's going on, but the game needs to give it to us. Let's do Chamber of Mirrors. Doing Chamber of Mirrors here. Should be able to get from the 4 sides, and we are so low in the house. Let's do the gift shop. That already gives us 2 chances to get around it. Now we read the book, the cursed thing, the other day. Yeah, okay. A permanent addition to the shrine. None would dare to open it. So we need to do that, I think. So let's buy that. And seeing we have the shrine. So yeah, once you read the book of the cursed, what was it? The cursed something. The book in the library. We read it in our previous episode. We read that book, and what it did is it now has added the cursed covers to the shop here. You can buy it for 13, of course, 13. And then we need to open that cover, which is in the shrine. Now, I'm gonna check it. We have to check it, right? Because we have the shrine. Now it probably will add it next time, or maybe it added, we bought it. No, it's here, it's here. So this is something tells you it should. Can we open it? I think the answer is no. Okay, so we need to smash it. They suggest us not to open it, but we're gonna regret that probably, but we need to know, right? We need to know. We need to know what it does. That's the whole about this game, right? We have been in situations like that where we had to choose a bad room or something. Let's see how lenient the game is for us today, and see if we can actually connect to the chambers of mirror today. Okay, yes. At least from that side. Now we go to the other side. If we can get to it from 3 sides, then we have access from all the sides. So we're in good shape. We need 1 more side. Okay, pool hall it is. Which means we can get some duplication going. Not only will we get every room twice today, but we can also add some floor plans for the future permanently. We already have a few of those. 3 square is 9. Oh boy. 2 square, that's 4. Times 1 is 4. Plus 2 is 6. Square is 36. Minus 20 is 16. Minus 10 is 6, I think. Okay. 4 square is 16. Minus 15 is 1. Plus 4 is 5. Square that one is 25. Minus 15 is 10. Are you kidding me, game? 1 and 2 and 3, that's 6. We square that, that's 36. Next circle, minus 20 is 16. Divided by 8 is 2. Plus 1 is 3. And square the result is 9. That's a lot of work for 2 keys. Okay, let's click on some buttons and see what happens. Okay, opens that side. Okay, good enough, eh? Now we press the button here. That opens that side. That's fine, and now we come in from there. And then it should open left and right, and then I think we can open them all. I don't think we need a fourth side. Okay, I'm back to there. It also depends from which side you come in first, I think. Okay, that's a key. That's a key. Ah, that opens that one. Okay. And how about you? What do you do? That opens that one. Okay. And here, this one. That opens that one. Now that side is open, but I can't get there, so I have to go around again. But now we can get here. That's a key. And then there should be one more there somewhere. No key here? Oh no, we picked this one up already. So which one do we still have there? That one. One of these sides should be open though. What do you do? Closes that one. What do you do? Closes that one. No, that's not what we want, eh? And that one is going to close that one again. Oh, it closes that side. Yeah, that's for when you go upstairs, but how do we get upstairs? That side. We need to get into that side. Let that be the only one we don't get, I think. Not sure how many steps it's going to cost us, but it's that one side. You want to come from the top, I think. Okay, well, we got all the keys, so we managed to get it open, though. But we need to get in here so that we can go up. Which one opens this shit? This one? That one is open. That one is open. We need to find the door which opens one of those. Definitely not that one. What do you do? Closes that one. That's for upstairs. Nothing to do with this. We need one of these two open here. This one closes that side. This one opens the other side. We want that open. We need to get there. What do you do? Close that side. Okay. And then what are you doing here? Closes that side. We really have to open that door? Yeah, we really have to open that door. Because I can't seem to be open. This opens both of these sides, I think. Okay, that is not so great. Because then we have to go all the way around. anything that goes straight. Whatever. And now here we come, the moment of truth. Do we have an exit or not? Yes, we do. Okay. We might be dead here, but no, we have the den out to the music room then. Prism key. Not super. Okay, now what do you do here? Now we have access to all 4 of these things. Okay, so this one opens these. So what do you do? Close that one. That's okay. And you close that one. Okay, that's okay. Now we can go upstairs and do those 2 already. Do we want 2 boudoirs in the future? Yes, because they are upgraded. Yes. Okay. And now we do this one. Pick up some coins. And now we go back downstairs. And now we want to close this one. That closes both of our sides here, right? Yep. Okay, that's good. Which means they are open upstairs. Hopefully. They are, but we can't get in. How did you manage to do that? They are. They are open, but we need to get. Okay. We need that one open. One of those boys needs to go. I don't know how, but we're gonna have to go around again, I think. Oh, they are open. Are they open now? Nope, they're still not open. We need to open that shit there. Those 2, which we've been trying the whole bloody time now. Which means we need to close this. How do we close these? Okay, like that. Should work then, right? Oh, yeah, it opens those, but it opens those 2 in the middle here, but it's one of these stupid shenanigans again. I can only go out through here. Makes no sense to me. It closes the windows there. So we need to open something that we can get there. It's like, it feels like we have to come from, yes, from some of these things here. No, we're not there yet, I think. What did you do even? Let's close that one. Maybe one is open now, then we can get to the other one as well, I think. No. Yeah, it opens this one. But we still have no access to this. Oh, do we? Nope. So we need to close this one now. No, we still cannot. That just opened those two. We still can't go in here. So we need to open what? Something needs to close here. This one needs to close here or something. What do you do? That's fine. You can close that because we have been there. And by that one. That's also fine. We can close that one as well. So the problem is that these two here. What do? You close that thing. That's fine, but I need these ones to open. So I need one of these to open. Entry hall. No, that's not it. This one we need to push. That's what we need to do. And we need to do the same over here. No, that's where we need to go in. We need to come in there from the music room. How do we open this one? What do you do? No, you need to close. You need to close because it needs to be open once we come from the music room. Okay, that opens this one. Okay, now what do you do? Close that, then it is open there. They should be open now. They should be open now, but now we have to go around to the music room. Which is all the way around again. Wonderful. We're not gonna have many steps left, I think. Especially if we lose a few more. Yeah, now they're open. You see, this is like shenanigans. Permanent added to the workshop. Yes, please. key. And now we are very low on steps because we constantly walk through this stupid place here. Conservatory. We duplicated the rooms, we get the monk. Let's see what we can adjust here. Rotunda. Let's make that common because we have made the cost for free. We axed it, so we're obviously gonna make that a common place that we get it often. This thing has 4 exits. Pantry. It's a few coins and an apple, but it's just an L shape. Let's put that on standard. In the attic, let's put that on standard because it's a dead end, but it's a good at dead end. We can use that a bit lower. We could try to put it on common, and then if we get it low in the house, put it in. You start the day with 8 items basically. But because of it's a dead end, I'm gonna keep it on standard, but definitely bring it down. These were 3 pretty good ones actually. Pantry. We'll keep that on standards. Now, we're of course in all kind of shenanigan troubles if we don't find a pantry, for instance. Another gymnasium. Of course, we have chamber of mirrors. Every room is double in our house. Not looking good, is it? Unless we find an apple here. Let's call it a day. That's what we're gonna do. We're gonna do a few short. Get something done, like in this case, we have mirrors. A couple of decent plans, like workshops. If we can get a dining room, that would be nice. We know what we need to do. A lot of it is outside stuff, and we need to go a bit more straightforward to what we need. And then you can better start a new day quicker. Like in this case, boom. What do we want outside? We still have Blessing of the Monk. We want... what's it called? I don't know actually. Do we need something outside immediately? Yeah, I think we wanted to run blue, I think. I think how that works. If we choose blue immediately, I think it does not give you the tomb in the trading post and all that shenanigans. Only the blue rooms. Root cellar also probably not. Only the blue ones, I think. Yeah, exactly. Of course, because of Blessing of the Monk, we have the parlor sitting in here. Okay, in that case, tool shed. Metal detector. Battery pack. Not really what we hope for. I'm still looking for a gear range to put my workshop on common, because that's the only of the gear rooms. Let me check that, but I'm pretty sure that's the only of the gear rooms that we have not checked yet. That's common, that's common. Pump room is common, security is common, laboratory is common, and workshop unusual. Yeah. We need to get that gear in so that we can adjust that one, or get the workshop in the conservatory. We did mirror it in the mirror room, but we'll take the dining room this low in the house is never a good idea. It's a bit better now that we have the lunchbox. You can put it early, but still, it's still too early though. 2 keys because we upgraded our storeroom. And I think we also have 2 storerooms in the house, I think that's another floor plan that at one day or another we duplicated. I know we have some laboratories and some west wings. Like the workshop here is not a bad thing, right? But the attic here, now that we made it standard, is also not a bad thing, because then you start the day with 8 items. That's 1. That's 2. That's 3. That's 4. That's 5. That's 6. Secret garden key is 7. Coupon book is 8. No luck with the vault key. So we're gonna have to... Oh. Couple of coins extra. That's 9 items. We know what that is about. That's second password for the computer, basically. Okay. Something that goes right here. Of course not. Why would it? Why would you go? It does not like, my house does not want to go to the east. we've had that a few times. Mechanarium. We don't have any doors on that thing. No. Laboratory it will be. And we will also immediately connect to the security. And we will put out the... we'll run an experiment, and then we'll connect to security, and we'll put up the keycard system before we start running into the doors again. The next 3 times you open a locked trunk, permanently add 1 gold to your allowance. Might not be a bad idea. No letters to the mailroom anymore when you drop the hallway. It's still in there though. It's still one of our things, because we can still get a few more letters. There's still room for 3-4 letters on that shelf, so when you drop the hallway from another hallway, that's one of these stupid things. When you drop the shop room, when you drop the hallway from another hallway, that's then you need to run an orange day. So I think we're yeah, same with the shop. You wanna go yellow then. You wanna start this experiment and then choose yellow, but we already chosen blue. So what I'm gonna do is go to the trunks and add 1 allowance. Gain 1 key for every 2 hallways. That's also nothing. Gain 1 star, yeah, nah. We will get to whatever we need to be with these stars. We'll do the allowance because we need to buy blue tents and showroom things, and so more money the better, I think. And now we'll connect to security. And we will put the system up and then see if we can find power, because if you put power up and then you need to find security, that always takes ages. This time we didn't miss anything. Okay. I'm just gonna put it on high and see how fast we can find the power. We have the power on common, so it should show up at one point or another. You could put it on low here and then come back whenever, but we'll just take the gamble this time. Rotonda? Yeah, actually would not be bad. If we can get the power here, we'll do it. Just go for it. So we're first going to rotate this thing a couple of times so that we have access to those two doors. Those two doors we want to have access to. There we go. Now we can get power here, then we just put it in here. Dead end or not. There we go. Boom. Plan came together. Keycard system off. Gymnasium off. Don't lose steps. Dark room, yeah, it doesn't matter. Dark room is one of those things. If you get that room, you have to come back anyway, because whether you put it off or on, it doesn't matter. And now, if the world works with us, East Wing Hall, Chapel, Gymnasium, and a T-shape. Any T-shape will do. There we go. Dining room. We can pick up the lunchbox. Get some extra steps when we reach. Sure. Hey, did you see? We do have an extra storeroom because it offered me an extra storeroom. Oh, let's pick up the lunchbox. Will give us 10 steps once we reach the rank 5. Something in the bottom. Vault. Probably need to buy the idea. We don't need to fill the grid, we can better take what we need. Don't want to waste my exits of the drawing room, the nook. We're fine on steps. Only one key, so vault is more interesting. It's more interesting in case we do find that key. Go. It's this key that we need to find, but we have the vault in the house now, right? Well, we still have gens. Well, it's not a bad idea to drop it now. We'll drop the room there. Workshop here would not be a bad idea. Straightforward. It's a good place to put one, then we can put another one on the top if we want to. We have 2 workshops now. And it will give us an item, right? But I don't think it will ever be... Battery pack, shovel, broken lever, so we can make power hammer. If we want to, we can make jackhammer. Oh, for digging spots. Well, yeah, we're not going to find many digging spots because we have chosen blue. Most of the digging spots are in green rooms, but yeah, we're still in the foundation. Let's make a jackhammer. Shovel, battery pack, broken lever. Anything else that we can use potentially? Yeah, let's just do a jackhammer run today. We'll craft some more things now that we have 2 workshops. If I can now get the workshop onto common, that would be great. And yeah, now we can also, if we have something like the kennel, that would not be a bad thing. The ballroom. No, we're not going to do that. Drawing room is more interesting in my opinion. Lunch. And at the same time, we pick up our gem again that we just lost. It also gives us something else. Coins on the floor. Anything that goes right. If not, we potentially could at that end. We need to do a drafting studio because that's our last floor plan. There we go. Let's add it. Let me check it. Yep, it's in the thing. Now we just need to draft it and then we are done. That's a trophy. Is there anything we need here? Great Hall. Great Hall today is middle door is the door. Okay. The middle door is the door. Well, we're not gonna get Great Hall because that's an orange room. And here we can draft whatever we want. And we can even redraw because it's a drawing room. Or we can just put secret garden here and spread some fruit around the house. Nah. No, not yet. I would like to have a conference room. Let's use the redraw. There we go. Now we're talking. That's how a plan comes together. And now we can share and now if this is locked, now we'll use the secret garden key because now it's gonna spread all that fruit in this room. When a plan comes together, you know. And we have the jackhammer to dig up some better stuff than an old pile of brick or whatever it is. Yeah, we'll open east. Don't necessarily need to be there, but we can always use it as a pass-through. So if you get secret garden, then you play a bit with the wheels and open both sides, obviously. It's a bit of turning wheels and this and that, but other than that, it gives you 2 access to the antechamber, like we mentioned in the previous episodes. We are now at that point we can get to room 46 whenever we want to. I could have already gone downstairs and opened the door before we even started the day in a way. But even that is not necessarily. If we find a few more gems and we run into the trophy room, we can just open room 46 and walk in if we have to, without having to go downstairs. Alternative ways. Three ivory dice, not a bad choice. To make a jackhammer, if you look at it like that. Key 8. Yeah, sure, whatever. Do we have a dining room yet? We do. Oh, the problem is I don't know these by heart anymore. The sum of my sin as is spent in a number within the room we are in. What? The sum of my sin as it is spent in... I don't know. No idea, mate. We're just gonna put you somewhere... Don't know where that guy was. Some of my sin is the number. I don't know. You won't find my bin in between the sin, for I deserve to be in the bin down the end. Down the end. Okay, so this is here. I know the bear was gluttony. I remember that. So we'll put him there. No, slot next to gluttony. That's how it worked. And the elephant we had wrong the first time because well, we didn't have it wrong. We put it in average because it wants to be in a next to a word which is a lot of letters, so it's written small, but it could also be gluttony. So I think, if I remember correctly, that eventually we ended up with the elephant on rat. What do you want again? I recommend you think again if I'm ever in a bin far from the fin. I'm gonna put this one here for a second. I know, because I don't know where the sum of my sins is spent. I don't know where this guy is, but I do know that this one needs to be not far from the fin, and the fin is there, but it's not here because there will be another one there where we need this thing. The rabbit is over there, I think. I share a trend with, yeah. This is the neighboring twins. This is the A and the I, which goes in there. Two letters are the same in both words. That basically, and then this guy is, I think, here. Yeah, this guy needs to be near the tail, so we put him here. But I don't know now. The lion, is the lion gluttony? I don't think so. The lion is there, I think. So the penguin ends up in gluttony. To first begin, place me within a bin with an N within the sin. So yeah, it needs to be on the beginning with a letter N, so it's NV. And that's why that tank cannot be there. There we go. All this for what? The first time for a trophy, but now you just get 2 allowance every time. So yeah. You can, if you can get you run blue and you run gallery and room 8 every time, you can get that allowance up very high if you want. We're already at 51 meanwhile. It's probably going to be locked here, yeah. We are going a bit high actually. Let's go a bit down, they're still locked probably. Mechanarium. How many doors do you have? Is the question. Not many. Utility, that's 1. Laboratory is 2. We got 1 workshop, that's 3. And Mechanarium itself should have 4 doors, I think. Yeah, exactly. We don't need more, it's fine. Locked everything here? Okay. We'll be back. Let's eat all the fruit here. Did we try the conference room? Was that also locked? No. There's the trophy room? No. Well, yeah. I guess it's better than the library. Oh, actually it doesn't matter, does it? If we do the trophy room, which we can't do anyway, but it will take us back to the Mechanarium, which we can get to anywhere. So we're ending up with 2 dead ends, or we have to reroll. What are we gonna? Yeah, maybe Rumpus room or something. Kennel. That's perfect. We can pet the doggies and we can drift here. There we go. A little bit of a drill gives us 2 gems, and at the same time it unlocks the door. Yeah, let's see. Do we just want to connect? Do we just want to connect? Yeah, we have no connection to the foundation yet. So in this case, I think I just want to connect, because the dovecote also has drills. Ivory Day, I think. That of course has to do with the fact that we have a jackhammer, so I'm dropping the rooms which have dig spots, obviously. Three keys or something? 5, 6 ivory dice, so yeah. Rerolls all day. 6 rerolls, 7 keys, 8 gems, 100 coins. In a house which looks to be filling up. What do we want here? We want to go to the right, basically. The only problem we might have is non-existent, because we also have put up the keycard system. Don't worry. Let's try that door first. Okay, that's stupid. This is something that I'm not a fan of. Why do we have to go around these double planks here every time? What do we want here, actually? We can get to the square from the rotonda. We want to get to there, and only security gives us that. I guess so. Anything here? No. I found that vault key a few times here as well, but that was not 370 though, it was like one of the others, I think. The easier ones to find, probably. No. Really? Giving me locked doors in a low stadium now? Study. You can redraw. We have enough redraws. Oh yeah, it's an extra gem. Classroom is an extra apple. We have access through the rotunda. We can rotate here, and we have access. We can move around there. It's just to study. Get it out of the way. It's a dead end, and it gives a gem, and also another one here. I think we need to reach here or something. No. And now security is straight. The rumpus room. I guess we'll have a look at him, because we still need a few of his. I don't draft him very often, so he's always telling me things that we already figured out. So, but yeah, we need to see all the cutscenes, I guess. So we'll give him a coin. We checked the other day in the computer. I think we were missing 1 or 2 cutscenes. At some point, he starts talking anyway. When he has said these things, then he stops talking. I think there are about 6. This is the 4th or the 5th time I think we dropped him, but. Face to face with the great Alzara, and I suspect you wish me to look into your future. Faintly in the mist, I see a figure. A statue cradled in a courtyard of sentinel stone. You will find yourself one day wandering these paths, walking in the footsteps of the past, wandering and waiting, searching for a shadow that will it shows a train station, so longing for the day. I've never been here. He kind of suggests that you can get here wandering on the path, that you are wandering on that path. It shows 12:15, but I think I tried it at some point, going at 12:15 to the metro station to see if a train shows up, so that we can actually go to this The Three Bells Tea Room or whatever. I don't know. This is one of these. Either he's trolling us and putting us on the wrong path, or this is something that I have no idea how to solve that. I know what he showed there. He shows a courtyard and he says you can walk around there, and then he shows you the royal garden down below in the village, and he shows you the Three Bells Tea Room where the train comes, where also your mother. That royal garden that's where the battlefield was in the war. And then you saw him sitting there waiting on the train station with his tea. That's the Three Bells Tea Room. But that is also a stop on the metro station. So, and then it shows you 12:15. But either he's trying to tell you like you will never get there because the train never comes, or is there a way that you have to be there at 12:15? I think I tried it at one point, but maybe it has to be 0:15, midnight, 15 minutes past midnight, that you have to wait that long. I don't know. I don't know what he means by this one. You kind of have a feeling that this or that is happening, but well, we have 6 rerolls. We should be able to get a West Wing haul here, right? We have 6 rerolls, and then we can roll with gems as well. And I have 2 West Wings in my house. There we go. Aquarium will also do. Any T-shape would have done here. But aquarium is another room. We're trying to pick the rooms with dirt spots from the blue ones, and I think we are doing a pretty good job on that. Kennel, secret garden, foundation, aquarium, dovecote. Yeah, that's like almost all the blue rooms where you can dig. And we have an electric eel aquarium, so... Do we need power? Do we have a sledgehammer? No, we have jackhammer. But no sledgehammer. We'll do pool anyway, but... Oh, we have 6 keys, we can probably... And we also have the metal detector, so we're finding more keys anyway. There we go. And we'll just use keys to open this. And we're allowing every time we open one, we are raising our allowance. That's the experiment of the day. So we are definitely opening them. At the moment with keys, unless we find a sledgehammer. Another workshop. Yeah, then we have 1 left and 1 right in the house. Sure. Okay. So I'm assuming that means that the sledgehammer is in the commissary. I don't think I can make anything with this anymore. Magnifying glass. Oh, what can we make with that? The burning glass. How is that going to help us? We lit all the candles we can so far. No, I'm not going to make that. And the lockpick. Lockpick with a metal detector, but then that's the pick sound amplifier. And you can still lockpick, but does it still work as a metal detector? I don't think so. Let's have a look. I keep forgetting always. Some of these things you craft, then it doesn't work as normal anymore. Greater chance of picking high sensitivity locks. So yeah, we have a higher chance of making the lockpick work. But I think you now lose the power of the actual metal detector. I think it doesn't find metal now anymore. Now you see, it's not going up, it's not beeping anymore. It's still there, but now you actually have to spot it. want here? Pump room? Breakfast nook? Yeah, sure. Do we need it at office for something? No, we need the vault, right? And now we can get the morning room. Maybe here would be nice to connect to the den. Of course not. Of course not. Of course you're not gonna make me connect. I'm not gonna go around, mate. Redraw. We have enough rolls. There we go. Commissary. We need that anyway because that's probably where our sledgehammer is. There it is. We run into another trunk because that's our running shoes. We'll just buy as many gems as we want. Don't know if we ever need them, but here we go. 22 gems. That's what we do nowadays. We buy out the commissary whenever we get it. Okay. We've done our business down below here. With 6 keys, is that good enough to get upstairs? Probably. We have foundation, aquarium, mechanarium, potentially room 8, but probably better to draw from room 8 to try to get an L shape. I'm kind of hoping on the freezer, but then a bit on the top there somewhere. No, don't like that. Drawing room or locker room? Locker room is actually better, I think, because locker room just goes past this square, which we already have access to anyway. And we have that lockpicking thing. So the question is, does it lockpick this thing? No. Okay, that's not great. What the hell is this? Trophy room? Sure. Let's get some more gems. We're still on 4. We're working on the others, but some of them are closer. Foundation. Let's drop the room here. As long as it goes left, we're okay. Bit of a waste of an exit. We'll do the classroom. Always check the tables, because the other day we had a cupcake over here. Which is 10 footsteps, so wonderful. Yeah, you have 23 gems. Let's give you the ballroom and set your gems to 2. Do you have anything better, mate? Seriously. Yeah, what do we have left for 4? Because we have chosen blue, it's mainly gonna give us all the blue rooms. So the chances we're gonna get a cloister or something like that is very slim. So we might have to go for something like boiler room in this case, but that's fine. In this case it's okay. As a matter of fact, that also has dirt spot downstairs. Always something you forget about, that the boiler room actually has dirt spots. Well, only 1 this time, but sometimes there are up to 3. Well, it was only a brick, but nevertheless, the result of it is that the doggies did open the room, and I also think I'm gonna power it, case we get like laundry or something. Activate. Straightforward, yeah, that's fine. We'll start with that one. We potentially could put the laundry there in case we want to change our coins in steps or the other way around or something. Dark room, yeah. I don't know why it says that the dark room is powered. You still lose the light. Take the office. We will take the office. Anything good here? No. We don't immediately need to spread coins. Do we have a conference room? We do actually. Oh, then we can spread coins. Okay. I don't know if we run the payroll this week. That's also something you only want to do when you have the rooms in your house. I don't have any of them. Gold has been spread, that's fine, but we don't have to run around the house because we have a conference room. All the gold will be there. We have to go back there anyway, so we're just filling up the house here a little bit. Where's our dining room? Down below there. That's fine. Would like to get something. Yeah, it's not going to give me a veranda or something. Let's redraw with a gem. Drawing room. Of course, we have 2 drawing rooms in our house as well, right? I always forget that. Another duplication from the mirror room. No, we should have a full house, I think. One sauna? No, let's do library. Let's do library and order a new clue. For the next time. And now here, yeah, we want something that goes straight there. We have connection. The bookshop, sure mate. Let's use our last drawing thing there. Do we even have something that goes straight? Because our kennel is gone, our workshop is gone. Both of our drawing rooms are gone. So what are we hoping on here? A rumpus room? No, it's also in the house already. We need to hope on a spare bedroom or something. We have enough gems to reroll, to redraw. I don't know what I have which goes straight. Not much anymore from blue rooms, I think. Locksmith. Is there any world where we need a bunch of keys? We have access to this square, to this square, to this square, potentially here. I'll run a few more times, but no, showroom. There we go. Close exhibit is even better. Yeah, we have connection, right? Okay. Not drafting that room yet. We have connection to the antechamber. So we'll change the power. Open that door, put power on that door. I will keep that. And now that I think of it, I should not make the pig sound amplifier because I should have made the burning glass to and then do freezer. I'm also not gonna drop this room yet because we might need the freezer there, which is also a room that you can power, if I'm not mistaken. Don't know what that does though. Maybe that freezes it, defreezes it. Now we're gonna drop the room in the foundation. I might do a planetarium there or something. Yeah, it's just any dead end. We might need some more keys. How many rooms do we have left? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 potentially. Huh? Clock tower. Tomorrow you will. I don't know. Do we have many tomorrow rooms? What is the clock tower going to give us? 1 key for every room. That. I don't think we have any tomorrow rooms. No, we don't have mail room. We don't have. No, that's no good. Just gonna put a storeroom in here. Get some extra keys. And now we go to conference room, pick up our coins to Mechanarium. Oh yeah, and also keys of course. Locker room spread the keys as well, right? Yeah, we have like, this is a perfect conference day. We drop the conference room followed by the secret garden, spreads the fruit. Then later on we get the pool. How to use the rooms in the house in this game. Here you got it. Conference rooms into secret garden. The secret garden spreads fruit into the conference room. Then we go a bit lower here, we get the pool so that we can get the locker room. 2 rooms later we get the locker room which spreads keys through the house. They go to the conference room. We move on a little bit, we get the office where you can spread coins. Where do they go? To the conference room. So everything you can spread, keys, fruit or coins, they all go to the conference room. The only thing we didn't spread was gems, but they go also don't go here. They go to they get spread in green rooms. Conference room does not pick those up. So this is how you use the conference room with a perfect strategy, I think. Yeah, there we go. That's a full house, maybe. Depends on what we get from room 8 there. Okay, are you selling something that we need to buy? No, we sold out. The Dirigi blocks is not in the game yet, and blue tents we can't buy yet unless we have 8 trophies. So the only thing we can go for is room 8. Let's do that first. See, we have 18 gems. We can drop a few more times from the power of the study. You can drop 8 times with gems. Conservatory here will do just fine. What's this? Green rooms are more likely to contain special flowers. Wonderful. Didn't we have this the other day already? Why am I still 35 stars? We're gonna drop the room, making sure that we have an L shape here. Yeah, this amplifier just pretty much every time opens the door. The only door that it didn't overrule was this one here, because that connected to the antechamber probably. Yeah, we still have the general buffer thing here that whenever you have that thing, that stays in the bedroom forever, I think. We have solved this thing. We know it's mantis, but it doesn't lead to anything. We're not gonna actually drop the room here, I think. No, we go back to the gift shop, and then we might have to go back all the way to the boiler room. Do we? No. No, we're gonna just drop the room here. Sona will give us 20 extra steps tomorrow. But the conservatory lets us adjust the rarity of floor plans. If I get the workshop, I can bring it down. I have to go with this one. Please let there be a workshop. Doesn't seem to be, but... Okay. Allowance has been raised. No, there's no workshop. Guy's bedroom. Why do I have this uncommon? It's a dead end, eh? Dead ends we usually put on standard. Comfort. Walk-in closet, same story. It's fine, keep it. Vestibule, bring that thing down. That's what we want. That's the kind of stuff we want. Drafting cost is 2 gems. We need to get ourselves like doors like this. If we can get to X this room again, then it just becomes a very nice door to have. These are the kind of doors we need to have on common if we ever go for that sweepstakes thing where you need like so many dead ends. Then you need the 4 doors room to because you basically what you want to do is you want to make some sort of what? Wait a minute. What just happened? How does this work? So you're standing in the conservatory. You can change the floor plans? No. Why can't I do that with this one? I can just click on this floor plan and he wants me to... Would you like to use the conservatory to reset this floor plan's rarity to rare? No. So you can put them back. That's interesting. So all the rooms you ever changed? Okay. Never changed the library. Would you like to use the conservatory to reset this floor plan's rarity to common? We made it standard. It's an L shape though. Yes. Yes. Room 8. I don't think we ever changed that. Conservatory. What is this? We put this on common. No, that's fine. We wanted this one. What do you do with this? Common. Office is common. Don't want it back on standard. No. Boiler room. No. Definitely not. Mechanarium. Never changed it. Conference room. Never changed it. I want to change it though, but it's a nice T-shape and it's... Yeah, this is another one. We need like workshop, conference room, dining room. Dining room. Oh, we finally got it on common now. Okay, so that showed up at some point. But I still need my workshop and my conference room to go to common. Especially now that we have 2 workshops, we need to see them more. The workshop is still on unusual. The kennel is on standard. That can also go to, especially if you have a shovel, it's a really good room. It opens all the doors, you don't need any keys basically. This thing is also not bad because you can rotate this one. When you dropped it, you can turn it around. So if you have an L shape to the left but you want one to the right, you can turn it. That's one of the powers of the Dove code, so that needs to come also up the unusual thing. Classroom also needs to come down, especially if we want to run that thing more often. With classroom days. I don't... What do we have? We put it on unusual. Yeah, we put it on unusual because it still costs 5 gems. We need to axe that room. Never changed this. Storeroom. What did we do with storeroom? Common. Drafting studio. Standard. Yeah, standard is fine. We might set it back to rare. We could actually. Because we have our... That's the last... But yeah, it's handy. It gives you the layout of the Great Hall for that day, right? Rotunda, we definitely don't want to change that back to rare. No, we want to keep that. It's axed. It doesn't cost us anything, and we want to keep that uncommon. Aquarium. Unusual. No, we want to have it uncommon. T-shapes always uncommon. This thing. Standard. This thing is what something that I would like to put higher. So yeah, workshop coming down to common. The same with the conference room. In the rumpus room, that can go to unusual or something. I think he needs to speak one more time, and then he's also done talking. So okay, now we need to get back to whatever we can get here, and then from the boiler room, I'm kind of hoping on a freezer. Because, you know, we have 16 gems, 110 coins. That seems to be a good day to freeze things. But the boiler room has it powered and the freezer does power, so... And we have 16 gems to reroll before we get a freezer. Oh boy. How do I even get in the boiler room? All the way around. Well, we still have dinner here as well if we want to. Or we can do the freezer here. I don't think I am going to. No. No, I want the freezer from the boiler room because I think if it's powered, I think it actually defreezes. I'm not sure though, but I want to try it. I don't even know it's a power room, but I think it is. We have 17 rerolls, so I don't need my gems anymore. I can figure out how to get there. I'll give you a little pet. Seeing you helped us open a few doors. Security we need to be, that's over there. In other words, the long walk again over this thing. How do we even how do I get to my dining room? I can't. I have to go from the conference room. Screw that. Oh, we might be able to find some fruit here. We only need one more key, which is only one more door to open. Usually you find some fruit in here. Okay, so this one is always this bullshit, I think. Key card, wonderful. Also no lock by getting a key back. Which means we don't have enough keys, because I think if you unlock everything here you need 18 keys. Okay, we get one back. We came in I think with 15. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, we need 8 more keys plus one for the door. But this one is also bullshit, I think. There's also that note in there for the castle. I will just open them. We'll just open them till we have one left with the car keys. That's not what we want, man. We don't even have the garage in the house. What are you talking about? Oh, this is the bullshit. Oh, this is the one with the Kirk Darren thing, I think. Oh, here, at least one apple. Okay, we got 2 keys left. Unless we find a key in here, we can open the last one as well. Oh, this is a coin. Okay. Well, a few more coins. And now we can have 23 rerolls to try to get a freezer here. And then see if it does something. The room is powered, yeah. Of course it doesn't give it to me. There it is. Oh, this is not powered. It's the weight room is powered. I thought the freezer was powered as well. We're gonna use it, of course. 22 gems, 145 coins. You can also defreeze it. If you have a sauna in your house, you can defreeze it as well. There is some stuff in here, so we need to go do a few things. That's why I should not made this one. If we would have a burning glass, I need to write that down for our next episode or something. Burning into the freezer or the torch. The only thing you have with the freezer is also now that we have it in the house, we will not get it tomorrow. The freezer can only show up every 2 days because it needs a 24-hour reset or something like that. We read on somewhere on a note. So it will not give us that freezer again tomorrow. That being said, if we call it a day here, of course we can, because then we have Blessing of the Monk, we can get the freezer outside. But that's not, that's... Yeah, Yeah, we could do that. Huh? But then the problem with that is it's gonna freeze our account. So then we can't use our gems and coins. But yeah, on a day like this, 22 gems, 145 coins, you want to freeze this thing. And tomorrow you want to run a yellow day and try to buy out the whole showroom for that trophy. We can get another vault in tomorrow and a treasure trove. What's the time? 1:30. 1 hour and 30. We'll do another day, a quick one, but yeah, there's never a quick one, that's the problem. What was this? Permanently. Yeah, our experiment gave us like 3 more allowance, I think. Yeah, there is no way I can... Oh, I knew we should have waited. If I didn't make this thing, we still would have our yeah. Then we still would have our metal detector with a magnifying glass. It's a burning glass. We would be able to defrost the freezer and see what is in there, because we still haven't done that. Okay, let's call it a day. Yeah, of course. I'm gonna call it a day in the freezer. Of course we are. But we're not gonna drop that room outside. We're gonna see tomorrow if we can get everything together for a burning glass. Because of Blessing of the Monk, we are guaranteed a freezer outside. It will show up as one of the first 3 maps. So we just need to see, yeah, we're gonna run yellow. We are gonna run yellow. It's gonna give us the armory. If we can get the torch, then we can go outside and we drop the freezer. I don't know if we can do stuff outside with it, but we'll see. We're gonna try anyway. More coins. 24 gems and 199 coins to start the day with. That's a good day to run yellow, I think. A lot of coins to buy stuff, but we mainly want to buy the whole showroom, which is something that we might want to see here. Perfectly straight up? No. Do we want power? Not necessarily. I just want to go straight up. Where are you with your showroom? That's a straight room, straight to the foundation. No. Doesn't want to do that. Yeah, it again does not want to go to the east. My house in the lower ranks does not want to go to the east, and that's because our foundation is blocked on the east as well. It's like I always have troubles getting away here on the first 2 ranks to the east. It always gives me room that turns to the left. That has to do with that foundation being in some stupid build over there. Okay, let's see what you have today. 36 stars. Some more gems, sure. Key, sure. What's this? Apples? Yep, okay. 3 steps, sure. 2 trunks, yep, fine. And Southern Cross, yep. It seems to be a good day here actually. Day 36. That are all good things in the constellations. Let's drop the room at least. Yeah, that's what I thought. That's what I thought you were gonna do that. But that is fine though, because we have a lot of coins. We can buy the whole food thing on the kitchen. 71 steps. If you want to do your weight room, you better do it now while you still have so many. And it also, you get rid of the you're out of the weight room as well, you know. There we go. And while we're here, let's open these souths. Let's see what we can get here. Anything that goes up, I guess. Laboratory. Never a bad day to run an experiment. Game knows what I'm doing, I think, because although we're running a yellow day, it didn't give me that many shops yet. Whenever you spend 2 or more gems drafting a room, that's definitely what we're gonna do, I think. Set your dice to 2. Permanently add 1 gold. Sure. Although we have enough money today, set the dice to 2. Every time 2 rerolls available. Every time we spend more than 2 gems. Ah. Of course, we pressed on space before. We'll put out the system and then hopefully hopefully find the power anytime soon. It's always a gamble with these things, but I'd rather have security first and then you usually get power. Better than the other way around. Because if you first have security and you put this system up here, we'll put it on low for now. We'll unlock it, but we will put it on low. If we find a key card, we will come back to lock it so that we can open them. If we find the power, we can always put it on high. And now we go back down and see if we can get the power. Like here would be perfect. Boiler room. Kitchen. It's also not bad. Let's see. Anything with red rooms or so? Green rooms. We'll start with this one and we'll eat all the bananas. There we go. No point in buying the other stuff because we have no green rooms in the house yet. And since we are running a yellow day, it probably will also not give us many. At least not anytime soon. That is one though. No, first conservatory and then you can give me the power box. Well, let's choose a key, whatever. That's what would use. Workshop? Workshop? No. No workshop. Mechanarium. We'll bring that down a bit. We usually have a few gear rooms in our house, so and this room is free. Actually, I can bring it on common though. Yeah, could put that on common. just a few gear rooms. If you put three gear rooms in your house, something like security laboratory, we have 2 labs. We always have three gear rooms in our house. Then this room has 4 doors always. So yeah, common. Tunnel. Standard is fine. We can always run an orange day, then that room will show up anyway. So common is fine. Standard, I mean. Common here. Standard there. The throne room. I want to bring that down a bit. We'll put it on standard. We can always run a black day and then it will show up pretty quickly. Because it is 5 gems, right? If we can X this room, then yeah, you can always put it back from here, but not. Okay, now you can give me my power back if you want. Of course, it doesn't want. Locksmith is also pretty good to put here, don't you think? It's a shop out of the way, a dead end out of the way, and we can get some keys. We have more than enough money. So let's buy a couple of here. Let's start with 6, that's good enough, and craft a special key and see what it is. A secret garden key, very nice. Well, there's at least 1 room, but then we need conference room again. Okay, we have 2 green rooms already now. Huh? Aquarium and conservatory. So we still have, we can get some more food there if we want to. Let's see if we can find a sledgehammer somewhere. Workshop here would be nice. Okay, let's take the den for now. What's the experiment we are running? Whenever you spend, set your dice to 2. Oh yeah, the conservatory, the observatory put our things there. Sure, we have to do that. Of course we have to do that. We need to get all the coins we can get, if we want to buy out the showroom for the trophy. And that's the plan. We'll even use a key here. We have locksmith, we can always buy more. 2 rooms have the same color banner. That's a lie. Green memos in white boxes are false. Green memos in blue boxes are true. Veranda. Whenever you spend 2 gems, yeah, it's a third green room. Gives us more steps in the food. There's our sledgehammer. No, we want a shovel as well. Well, we can at least get those trunks out of the way. Yeah, I don't want that here, mate. That was a nice try, but I think I'm gonna keep climbing until the door is locked and then open the secret garden, which is another green room. Dining room, perfect. We're gonna keep going up as long as we can. Redraw, please. Chapel. We're having lunch in the chapel. And now we put the secret garden here. My goodness, everything is here. And now we can go back. Okay, key. Pebbles. Pull the lever. Now we have the south and the west open. And we turn the wheels, we also have the east open. We have more than enough gems. So we're on schedule. We will have the showroom at some point, because we have chosen yellow. That is a yellow door. There are only like 8 of them. Well, we also have the armory, don't we? We need to have a look on that. How many shops do we actually have? Let's first open the third door. Let's see. There's nothing here. Nothing here, nothing there. Aquarium is 1. Because aquarium is every color, so also a shop. No. 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 Okay, so then we have the 8 normal shops, which is 9. No. Casino is 10. No. And the trading post, but that's outside. So yeah, outside it's gonna give us a trading post. So there are only 10 shops, huh? We have locksmith, kitchen, aquarium, gift shop. 1, 2, 3, 4. We'll keep climbing, huh? Showroom here would be great. Casino. Oh, I'd like to see the showroom. Okay, gymnasium also good. I know we'll lose some steps, but that's fine. Sure. Spare room. Sure. Dinner has been served. We already recouped our weight room loss, that's for sure. Just give me anything that turns and we're okay. Casino here is fine. Yeah, we have to do that. That's another experiment done. We have to do that because it also gives you more coins. We'll use a little bit of spin. We could wager 100, but if we have no luck, let's do 20. We got something though. No, it jumped over it. Did you see that? Nothing. We can only wager once a day. The rest has to come from the machines. Showroom here would be great. Can re-roll 2 times. Yeah, perfect. Perfect. Connection. Experiment successful. What does it do? It sets our dice at 2 every time. Okay, good. What we got today? How much is it? It's a cheap day. 20, 70, 100, 130. 130, but then we need to buy the trophy on top of that, right? So we need 230. We can do that. Basement key. Laundry here to get rid of it. No, let's redraw. Workshop, yes please. Ah, security doors, that's still a problem, isn't it? That's still a problem. What do we need? We also need a commissary, because if that thing has a magnifying glass... Yeah, we're good, eh? We just need a magnifying glass. Okay, we can't do that. We need... No, we used the computer, didn't we? Yeah, we have the laboratory. So we just need to get somewhere down below here. We need to get... We need to get some power. Okay. 230 coins. The casino is right next to the showroom, so we also build it properly. Okay. Now there should also be some fruit spread around. We have also found a shovel meanwhile. Forgot about that. We not dug anything? Yeah, we did. Another coin here. This would be like a perfect spot for the power, but he still doesn't want to give it to us. That's okay. We'll keep going down. What is this here? Stew. Stew. That means we need a boiler room. We have access to here. Yeah, that's also too high. I don't want to draw from here though. Let's draw from the Harley gift shop. Should also be a good room to get power. Don't need that. Jesus. Yeah, that's not great. I'm gonna redraw here. Pantry, more coins. Can we get the power now, please? No. Okay, fine. Now we'll put a commissary here and see if he buys the no magnifying glass. That's a problem. That is a problem, eh? I don't need keys. We have the locksmith. I don't need gems. We have enough. I don't need food. We still have dinner. No, I don't need any of this. Why is he selling? Why is he selling food? He is selling food because all the rest is in the house. The commissary is never selling food unless there is everything else is in the house. Which means we need to get the attic and another workshop and things like that. Okay. So we're gonna go back to the laboratory. We need to get somewhere that power in. So I guess we'll get the food then. I say, but it looks like, hey, you can do whatever you want, but not really. But we already recouped pretty good from the weight room. Great hall. Rotunda is a bit of a waste. So is hallway. We'll do great hall. I know I don't have foyer, but we could always go buy some keys in the locksmith. We'll just open that one. Just to keep going. And hopefully connect to the foundation. Not with the archives. No, this is not good. Not good at all. No, I'm not gonna. We'll just do the mailroom then. But I have to go in because there's also sometimes an item here. It's a gem. What's this? Just a new clue, right? Okay. Keep forgetting how far the letters are going, but okay, coins is fine. Well, there are no coins or keys in here. So it's just gems, whatever the thing is. But I don't need to open it anyway because it's already open. We opened it in Secret Garden. Our problem, of course, is here gonna be getting through the other side. Get some steps on the way. Because in all these rooms down below here. Yeah, we dropped the secret garden here, so everything below, also here, kitchen and so, it probably has food. So at some point we're gonna have to go there, but I was trying to get there through here, but the game says no. We're also on our last key. It's a bit early for this, I think. We only have a laboratory, I think. Oh no, workshop as well. So this thing should have 3 doors. And seeing we are on a dead wall on the foundation, it should go right. No, it opened that door. Of course it did. Ah, great. That's also open, mate. Nothing else to say. Security. Yeah, we can get gymnasium there. Yeah, rotunda is a bit of a waste. Give me the rotunda on the next door. There's some stupid coin as well or something. Yeah, look at that. Key? Vault key? No. Okay. You gotta be kidding me. You gotta be freaking kidding me. I see where I see where this is. I see how it is, game. We work all our steps back up. But it's okay. Because we know how it is with you guys. But we also have a few tricks up our sleeve. Yeah, here's where it spread all the fruit. Because we have some goodies still sitting in here. We also still have the 5 coins for all the green rooms. So we are even going in here because we also have the dig here. Now I will pick up the compass so we can have doors to the north. Any fruit here? No. Okay. We're back at 71 steps. And now we have opened everything here. No fruit here? No. Okay. How about here? No. Wait room. No fruit. No. But the kitchen has some stuff. And now we can buy, for 5 coins, we can buy whatever green rooms we have. Which is meanwhile 5 or so. 4. We definitely recoup from the weight room. Early in the house. Yeah, conservatory, aquarium, veranda, secret garden. 4. How are we doing on keys? Not super yet. Furnace. You are more likely to draw the red rooms. It's a bit early. This is also, it's such a waste of these rooms, huh? The passageway, because that's our experiment, isn't it? Set the dice to 2, yeah, we can reroll now. Just give me a west wing. Or garage. Or do we just want to connect to the foundation and can go up? That we have a shortcut here that we don't have to go around that whole house. That's probably a better idea. So we probably want to do this then. We also need to find the attic at some point. Also not here. Parlor can also have the magnifying glass. The game knows what you want. And where by the way, where is the armory? That's also a shop. That can have the torch. If you replace the word one of the whatever. It's either one of these. There we go. No fuss about it. We still have a wind-up key backup. Why did I pick up that basement key? No, that's not what I want. I want a west wing. Foyer, also good. That's even better. That opens all the doors in the Great Hall now. I don't need to be there. No. Now I want connection to the foundation, and then from foundation a T-shape to security and straight. Another laboratory, that's fine. That will give us a connection we need. Nothing extra here. Let's check it to be sure that the magnifying glass is not here. No. Yeah, we didn't have a shovel earlier, so we still have all these dig spots all over the place. Where are we? 208? Getting progression. We need a 230, right? Like here I want something that's, yes, bam, boom. Rotonda, very good. Gives us access to this part of town. Just do one time. We still have the cloister. We still have the cloister. Then I'm gonna try that door first. The vault. We can actually do the vault. We can do the vault because that gives us enough to buy all that stuff. And it reset our thing experiment, so we can try the other door and see if we can get cloistered there. Yeah. And now you find the lockpick kit here. Of course you do. Okay. I think we want pool here, right? Yeah, we do. And hopefully we get some keys from this, that we don't have to go downstairs to buy keys again. We can. We have a locksmith. We meanwhile have more than enough steps. One key at least. We might have to go back down though. Keycard system is up, but we don't have enough keys for all these rooms here. And we still don't have the power. The security system is still not up, surprisingly. Well, that's good actually. That's actually good, because that means they're normal doors. Okay, that means that I can try to get the power here and actually dead end, or a garage or something. Okay. Sure. Bacon and eggs, more steps. Now I don't know what I want to do. Cloister, I think I want to drop now. Can we get a few keys, man? No. Gonna have to go back down, I think. One at least. Might be good enough. Now we have the security system on low though. Well, we know workshop is 1, right? We still don't have the magnifying glass, so I also need an attic somewhere. And we want to preferably get a right corner here. So we probably best draw here first. See, we have redraws available. It also doesn't want to give me my armory. The armory is also a shop. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Aquarium is 7. We only had 10 shops, right? What are we still missing? Laundry. Yeah, we do library here. Maybe the library has a magnifying glass. No, it has an apple. That is very unfortunate because I need a magnifying glass for that book as well. We're gonna have to find the attic somewhere. We're the first one who loans this book as well. Yeah, this is colored version of the book we found the manuscript for in the previous episode. We need a magnifying glass to read all this stuff here. We're gonna have to order this book a few times, I think. Because in this case it's colored, right? Yeah, like here you have all these notes. This is like, yeah, we need to read this shit. I need to get a magnifying glass, but it's not in the commissary, which means it needs to be in the house. It's gotta be attic. We need to get the attic. It's a blue room, huh? The attic is a blue room. Gallery, bookshop. Let's try to see if we can get connection. It will set our dice again to 2 because this is also a 2 room, so it will we get our dice back with our experiment. We are running a good experiment today. Here's another workshop. Can the workshop have magnifying glass? I don't know. There's only one way of finding out. Ah, the broken lever. How did we have not that thing yet? You know what we could do? We could make the compass with the metal detector and then go to the locksmith, and that's an electromagnet. It will give us all the keys. We don't have to buy any. But this is not great though, because now I have to go all the way around again. Because we have no connection to the gym. Oh yeah, nevertheless, we have 80 steps. That's not a problem, but... cloister, and then... Pool, rotunda, we have to turn that thing around again. Yeah, it's not great. It's not great. Should have put the cloister here and kept the rotunda for later. Now we have to turn this thing every time, 2 times. Security. Secret garden. Gymnasium. Yeah, you can have my 2 steps, idiots. Okay, but now we still have no power. I need the reader. I need power here right now that I can go straight, and otherwise I have to go around again. Where is the stupid power? Why is it giving me a spare room again? Because we have chambers of mirror here? Office, do we need that? No, we have enough coins. We don't even need to play in the casino if we don't want to. Servant quarter. We'll give you a key for each bedroom in your house. We only have a spare bedroom and an aquarium. We'll give me 3 keys. Well, that doesn't change the fact that this door is a security door. We know all that. We still, yeah, that's probably also that. Yeah, we still have no power. We're still losing. Let's buy out that shop first. Let's get that trophy out of the way. What does this thing do? You will start tomorrow with 2 random items from your inventory. Okay, very nice. What is this thing? While crafting, you may rotate the first 3 floor plans you draw. That could be handy. And this thing, while drafting, you may rewind time after drafting the new floor plans to choose something else. Why is that? Why do you want to use that? Like on an archive floor plan or something, probably. Okay, fine. And silver spoon. Whenever you gain from eating, gain twice the steps. Okay. And now we have to buy the trophy of wealth, which is 100, to actually get the trophy. Okay, we bought out the showroom, we got the trophy of wealth. Doesn't change the fact that that is still a keycard door there. So we have to go around and try to get from the cloister there. And what are we looking for? Attic. We are looking for an attic. I need to get that magnifying glass. How we get there? Through the rotunda again, I think. That's the only way, huh? Yeah. Our rotunda is like our pivot point from our whole map. Which means we always have to rotate here. We need to go straight, right? That's what we need to know. Yeah, so that's 2 rotations at least. It's funny how that works. Yeah, I think you should not mess with it. With that security system. Put the security in your house. We have no redraws either. So I'm gonna have to go with the cloister, I think. Yeah, I have to drop it from here. Morning room. Yeah, we have to. Planetarium is not helping me. I need either get the attic and hope to find the burning, the magnifying glass, or I need to get the armory. And that might have the torch. Yeah, we're finding every item except for the magnifying glass. And why is that thing beeping? For 2 coins. Of course, not for the magnifying glass. Rotate the floor plans. How is that gonna help me, mate? No magnifying glass. No armory, although we are running, from the beginning we are running yellow. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I guess it doesn't consider the armory as a yellow room, it considers it as a black room, I guess. Because it didn't give me that armory the whole time. Well, at least we got the trophy of wealth out of the way, but we have a freezer outside, which doesn't even do anything. Well, we don't have it yet, but we haven't dropped it yet, but it's just so stupid. Can't do anything with these things. The laboratory has never had anything in it, ever. The classroom could have anything, so, or the patio. The patio could have anything on the table. It could have the magnifying glass on the table. We're gonna have to gamble on that. No, there's nothing on the table. And here a gem and an apple. I can't dig up the magnifying glass. Okay, so where are we? There. Where is security? Rotunda again. Oh, one of these rooms spread gems all over the house, I guess. Oh yeah. Which means we have to go through all these green rooms again to pick up some more gems before we go to the freezer. Okay. But that's fine, we have enough steps. I'm gonna check in security in the computer to see if we didn't miss it by mistake. If the computer says magnifying glass is in the house, for instance, then we're gonna have to figure out where it is. Let's double check that it's not here. Two fruit and 5 gems, no magnifying glass. So yeah, there's not even a point to going outside to drop that free. Yeah, to freeze our account, I guess. Yeah, okay. And check all the green rooms for gems. And maybe we can play a bit in the casino. And what I'm also thinking is trying to make something in that. We don't have a magnifying glass, so we can't make a burning thing. But let's see what else we can make. Because the moon pendant will keep 2 random items from our stuff. So I think if we can do something like this. Where is the battery pack? We'll make a jackhammer again. It's better to combine these than we have a jackhammer. If the moon pendant wants to keep that for us, then we start tomorrow with a jackhammer. The less items we have, the better. Compass and a metal detector. It doesn't do anything. Metal detector and a lock bit. That's that big sound amplifier thing again. Oh, we need a compass and battery pack. That would be electromagnet. That will give you all the keys. I used it on the other one. Okay, then we pick this thing. Just crop some stuff. That's better chance than that we get this tomorrow. Right. Now we combined like a bunch of items. It is possible that it gives us like the ornate compass or the moon pendant itself. I don't know. Silver spoon, something like that. But it's also possible now that we start tomorrow with the big sound amplifier and the jackhammer. Yeah, and that knowing what we know now, I should have never picked up that basement key. I should have never picked up that coupon book, because now there's also a chance you start with those tomorrow, which are not that great, obviously. Okay, now what do we do here? Play a bit. We could try to make like some more coins here or something. We started with just 16 gems. We have our allowance tomorrow anyway. But it's not, we don't need it at the moment, that's a problem. We just needed the coins to buy out the casino. The next step is to get 8 trophies and then we can buy the blue tents. Then we probably need a bunch of coins again. But before we know the price of that, it's probably a few hundred. Yeah, this was already 230 and this was not the most expensive showroom. Because if you have something like the master key, which is like 80 coins. Yeah, yesterday we looked at it. Yesterday it was 300 coins for the showroom. Today the showroom was only 130. It had the more cheap items in it. So the only thing we can do is veranda, aquarium, conservatory. That will have gems. And then go outside and draw off the freezer and freeze whatever we have. Yep. We picked up the gem here already. Yeah, you can have that coin. It's fine. Have fun with it. We can also open these doors now that we are here. Because we meanwhile found the foyer, so all these doors are unlocked. So there's probably still some gems here or something. In one of these doors, which we haven't picked up. Yeah. Because yeah, we had Great Hall and then later on the other side we got the foyer, so we have veranda, aquarium, conservatory. Yep. They should have still be gems. Because that's what the patio did. It put a gem in every of these rooms. Every green room, so that should also be in the conservatory. As well as in the aquarium. There we go. I don't know if this is considered a green room. It is. We were happy with that. We don't need any keys. So yeah, we picked up everything we could, I think. So we froze. We're freezing 20 gems. We get 2 gems from the Mind Stone and 2 from the morning room. So we start tomorrow with 24 gems and these coins plus our allowance. And we will have 2 random items that we keep. And we still have Blessing of the Monk, which means that we come back and call it a day in the conservatory. How about that? That's not a bad idea, I think. Because then we have the conservatory tomorrow outside, we can immediately adjust the rarity of 3 floor plans. If that room has the same effect outside, but I think it does. Yesterday we called it a day in the freezer, so we should be able to guarantee draft the freezer here. But I'm assuming it will also be frozen here. There it is. And it has the same effect, it freezes your account. But outside here it's not frozen, is it? Yeah, it is actually. Just not as hard as in the house. If we leave the door open, freezer minus 16 degrees. We have successfully triggered many experiments today. That should also bring... Yeah, oh, that was the radiation, wasn't it? Still minus 16. I was hoping if we leave that door there open, maybe it goes up in temperature. Not about the gem or the keys, but it's to I can't melt it. Yeah, I don't know why that is. Why did that not give me the armory? It's a shop. It's a shop. It constantly gave me the laundry. We have the commissary, the kitchen, the locksmith, the showroom, the mount, holy gift shop. It gave us the shop. The bookshop it also offered from the, but you can only drop the bookshop from the library. It knew what I was trying to do. I'm telling you, it knew it, because if you get the armory, the torch is for sale for 8 coins. You can just freeze this whole thing, defrost this whole thing here. It's about this door, of course, and what is whatever is in the letters here. The keys and the gems, yeah, they're just bonus, but it's... And now we can't get it tomorrow because we're dropping it. Yeah, we're standing here for a while. The temperature is still the same, so the temperature does not go up here. It is like, you know, the game knew exactly what I was doing. Commissary was selling bananas instead of a magnifying glass. Which is a very weird one. And it also never offered me the attic. Eh? Although we have made that king standard or whatever it was. It never offered me the attic anywhere. Yeah, probably. Or here, like the power here. But we first went for security. Then we come back down to try to find the power. It never gave me the power. I think you cannot. The other day we put on the power. We couldn't find security. So you cannot mess with the system until you have both in the house. There is some RNG there, but it's like there is a negative constraint on it, I think. Don't change the system until you have both in the house. Because if you do so, you don't get the other one. You put the keycard system F before you have security. We had the other day the same something like this, right? And then we got security next to the antechamber. That's the first time we saw it. And we had the utility in the corner here or something. We filled up the whole house, and next to the antechamber we eventually got security when we didn't need it anymore. Because meanwhile we already found... And now we use the laboratory to connect to security, put up the keycard system. Before we even have security in the house, the keycard system was low and unlocked. The only thing we need to do was power. So we didn't run into many doors because we had it on low, but it gave me one there. That's now killing us, huh? That's why I checked the computer to see what was in the inventory, because sometimes you might miss a key or something here or there, or a key card in this case. Because if we can open that door, we can put the attic in there with 8 items. There's a good chance that it will have the magnifying glass. Then we could have crafted and defrost. We need magnifying glass with metal detector is what we need. We had the metal detector, but if you combine that with a magnifying glass, it gives you the burning glass, and then you can get the freezer. So the only thing we can do is go back, call it a day in the conservatory. See, we still have Blessing of the Monk, and then we can drop the conservatory in the next episode as our outside room. So we will do that. And if that is the same function outside as inside, then we can immediately adjust 3 floor plans there. And then maybe drop that again in the house. Then we could potentially change the rarity of 6 floor plans tomorrow. because we dropped it outside tomorrow immediately, and then we can get it in the house as well. You can get it in the 4 corners of the house. And if you change especially some of the T-shaped rare rooms, or like the vestibule, that's like on rare or unusual by default. But we have put that thing on, we now have it on common. It used to be on unusual, we now have it on common. The same for Rotunda. Used to be rare, that's like level 4, and we put it on level 1. And axed it so that it doesn't cost anything. Cloister is still on unusual, so that would be another one that we want to bring down, but it was never offered to us, because this is also one that we axed. You can always put them back. If you stand in the conservatory, you can click on the map, you can click on the room and then bring it back to what it was. If you, let's say you made something common that you don't need anymore now, then you can put that thing on. The first thing that I did was put the lavatory on rare, so we do not see that much anymore. It's the most useless room in the game. It's a dead end and there's nothing in it, ever. Even if you spread fruit to the house with the secret garden, it's never a piece of, not even a piece of fruit in that lavatory. So yeah, we're gonna call it a day here. Then we have, for the next episode, we will have conservatory outside. That will also be the last day that we have Blessing of the Monk, so then the day after that we need to run something else. So yeah, call it a day here. Let's do that. And then I'll write it down for episode 25. Conservatory outside. That we remember that. And then we can hopefully get the workshop, because that thing is still unusual, I think. We have 2 meanwhile in our shop, because we duplicated in the chambers of mirror, but because these are the things we need now. We're gonna need crafting materials very often to do things, to get things done. So having 2 workshops in your house, one downstairs, one upstairs, would be great. If we get the chamber of mirrors again and we can make it in such a way that we could one day or another copy the dining room, that would even be better. Then you can put a dining room low, pick up the lunchbox, and then put the other room somewhere in rank 7 or 8, your other dining room, where you can have dinner whenever you want. Anyway, that will be it. We got some progression going. We messed around a bit with the freezer. Unfortunately, we have not defrosted yet. That's another one of our plans for the next future. Thank you guys for watching. We'll see you guys in the next episode. Bye bye.